Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 22:11, Monday night. Back at base later than I thought I'd be ready to do a video, but I got held up with a couple of bits and pieces. Started out in Galway this morning, pissing rain down on top of the poor old hurting jokers as they were cycling to work and walking to work. You'd absolutely feel for them, wouldn't you? But we headed off at about 10 o'clock, heading for Clontarf Castle on the next to final leg on the Larry and Denise's trip. We pulled in Sean's and Athlone. Great idea at the time, of course. It was absolutely packed when we landed in, bar the back place. Great idea at the time, but not great when you're looking for a toilet an hour later and you're on the motorway. So they had a couple of drinks. Denise likes her Irish coffee, and we, as I said, headed. She was looking for the toilet. We didn't get one until we got onto Collins's Avenue when we were about 7 or 8 minutes from Clontarf Castle, but she couldn't hang on any longer. So she gingerly crossed the street to get relief. Great couple. We parted company about 1:30. They didn't understand. They thought I was coming again tomorrow morning. There's a transfer being done. They're being picked up at 8 o'clock. Great couple. Proper gentlemen altogether, Larry. Big hug. That's the first hug I got in a couple of years from anyone. Just great shake hands, all right, but he was absolutely delighted. And I asked him on the way up, I said, what was your highlight of the trip? He said, you. I said, no, you have to leave me out. So then he said, Celtic Steps, the show in Killarney. That was the highlight for him. Landed back, exchanged vehicles, and driving my own car for the first time in over 2 weeks. Headed for Roscommon. Missed the first couple of races. Very small crowd. It was to be expected with the weather, but also with the flat meeting, because the country tracks always support the national hunt more so. Bookies scarcer than normal because you had Killarney on. Shout out to a couple of decent bookies. Hugo Hughes, he'd be buddies with the husband of Eileen in Crystal Springs in Killarney. She knows about me. He mustn't. She mustn't let on, because he never came near me at all anytime I stayed. And Dennis Dean, follower of the channel the last while as well. And Johnny doesn't be with him this weather, but I heard Johnny was in Killarney yesterday. I think he was anyway. Dennis, I knew his dad a long time ago when he used to pull pints in Elfin in Flynn's. So anyway, we met a nice youth. There was a syndicate there from Boyle. They had a horse running with Paul Flynn. It finished 4th in the second last race. He fancied it to be in the top 3, but it was at the back to it. A couple of them had a few big bets on it, but it was out of the money. Can't think of the name of it. Forgive me. The mind is coming back. It's still a bit blurred. With a good enough day today, good start to the week. 11-2 winner at the start of the day. Animato drifted from 7-2, given a great ride by Derek Nolan. Seen the gap. I think if he come up the middle of the track, he wouldn't have won. And he probably knew that too. Learned a lesson from the last day. Gutsy performance. He'll be all right too when he goes up maybe 2 or 3 pounds, and we'll keep an eye on him for the next day. Pair of Kings. I don't know. I give up on him, I think. He's a bit of ability, all right, but he's awkward. It rained all day in Roscommon, and Neski Shereleski would have won if it didn't rain. I'm convinced of that, and it looked to be going all right, but it just outstayed. The ground was clearly against it for a horse winning in Dundalk. The ground was officially soft this evening, because I was asking Shane Fleming, and he said they're calling it soft. He said it's been absolutely lovely wind or jumping ground there this evening, but it's over the flat. And then we had a horse that done us a great turn, winner of the Galway Plate last year, Ash 3 Meadow. I wrote down Ash Road Diamond last night. I got a text. I got a couple of texts actually saying, what he at? Wake up. So Ash Tree Meadow won the Galway Plate. That's where it'll be going probably next. Just it jumped like a stag. It jumped like a buck. So we nailed that, and it's a 4-horse race, and it's 4-1. I couldn't believe it. And it was even 6-4 without the favourite, even today. Drifted out in price. That old gentleman to me is no good. He won't win a race. So a good enough day, landing a few bets. So the pity that did rain today for that O'Brien horse. It would have nailed my little Trixie for me. Anyway, on to tomorrow. Where are we? Let's get out of the way. Bus horse tomorrow in the 6:10 at Chepstow. A horse called Bantry. Used to be in Ireland. I was saying the time he ran in Listowel. That's the time he caught my eye last year. Wasn't it Listowel? I don't know. Let's ran in Doncaster the last day. Bad start. I was saying if we were at a mile, I'd be more sweeter on his chances. But the 7 was sufficient for him to put in a good performance. Stepping up
towards
tomorrow.
the near side,
This
dark
is him
blue and
here.
yellow. He's beginning to get on terms, but up front it's Darbucks and Original Thinker. Here comes Bantry. Ring of Gold trying to pick up 2, but it's Darbucks in the middle who has the lead. From the back tees, George staying on. Bantry hanging badly left-handed, but he leads now for Luke Morris. It's Bantry in front to Darbucks and Ring of Gold. They go close home. Bantry slowly away, but coming home strongly to break the maiden for John O'Shea. Bantry tight at second, Ring of Gold or Darbucks. That's very close second.
He won that off 52 second run after having wind surgery. 52, I think he's up to 58, isn't he? Stepping up 2 mile is a plus as well. Yeah, up £6. Won't be simple, but we have to give him a rattle again. Who's in the plate tomorrow? Ross O'Ryan. Not a bad lad either. 5-2, 11-4. I think to put him up, chalked him up shorter this evening, but we have to stay with the bus horse, stay loyal. Where are we? We're going to Killarney. We have 2 in Killarney. 2-1 there about Put Your Hands Together. He broke the last day. That's him at the very back here in the JP Silks.
The desert, followed by Action Plan and Emerald Eclipse now shaken up, being followed to the final 2.5 furlongs by Martinelli. Basila Baird is next, and then Edward Grigg on this side. Cardinals in is closing ahead of Put Your Hands Together. It looks open enough with a furlong and a half to go. Blue Soul is challenged by Cardinals in on the outside, who's quickening up well with Action Plan and Martinelli over on the far side as they race inside the final 200 yards. Battling it out, Action Plan, Cardinals in from last, arriving late. Put Your Hands Together, and then Martinelli, Action Plan and Cardinals in, then neck and neck, 50 to go. It is Action Plan, Cardinals in, 1-2, third Put Your Hands Together, and break.
Put up £2 for that performance, so hopefully we'll be putting our hands together tomorrow evening if he wins. And then there's another one. I had this book picked out, not knowing the price, but he's 7-4 favourite. A horse similar to the horse we went for the other day with Willie Mullins. That was second yesterday. How was that? God, my old mind is bothered. No, and I can't see it written down here. Not to worry, you know who I'm talking about. The hurler that was second. But Highwind runs in a 2 mile race. I had him picked out on his hurling form. They'll be trying to get a run into these books now. You see what Galway coming up for them big 2 mile handicap races. Bet Pigeon House in Punchestown. First run for Willie, behind Cargisi twice and Margeborough. Back on the flat tomorrow. Colin Keane for the Turleys. Audrey Turley, owner of Gallopin de Champs. So, that's the three for tomorrow. I just want to mention there was a comment left this morning, and when I went to address it, it had disappeared. I don't mind people being critical of my selections. At my age, I don't mind at all. But the reason I started off all of this was for health reasons. I suffer from MS. To study horses, it helps my mind and it relaxes me. And that was the main reason that I started this a few years ago. The reason I sing a song on a Monday night is because last year, out of the blue, I sang one, and then I began to sing one for everyone in the country, each county. I ain't going to change that for anybody. A lot of people like the idea. Even Dennis Dean mentioned it tonight. He said it's a great idea to sing a song. But to be told or to see written down to leave the singing to Bruce Springsteen and to stop talking about what you eat or what anybody, just turn off the dial, and if it's on a Monday night, don't tune in. But please don't leave comments like that. We're all a friendly race. It's friendly on the bus. We're all caring and sharing people. Maybe to the Monday morning rant by somebody, but I was going to answer it back. But maybe it's better to answer it back this way. There's no point. I ain't going to change my ways. I'm trying to do the best I can. My health is most important to me. It helps me and it helps other people as well. Anyway, it's Monday night. What do? We sing a song. And in fact, tonight, we're going to sing two. Hope I don't make a balls of it. Sally called when she got the word. She said, I suppose you've heard about Alice. Well, I rushed to the window and I looked outside, but I could hardly believe my eyes as a big limousine rolled up slowly into Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. For 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the hell is Alice? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second chance. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Grew up together, 2 kids in the park, carved our initials deep in the bark, me and Alice. Now she walks through the door with her head held high. Just for a moment I caught her eye as the big limousine pulled slowly out of Alice's drive. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got a reason, but you just don't wanna know. 'Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the hell is Alice? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second glance. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Sally called back, asked how I felt. She said, I know how to help get over Alice. She said, now Alice is gone, but I'm still here. You know, I've been waiting for 24 years. And the big limousine disappeared. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons, but I just don't wanna know. For 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice, who the hell is Alice? 24 years just waiting for a chance to tell her how I'm feeling, maybe get a second glance. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. Now I gotta get used to not living next door to Alice. How we go for one more? If you don't want to listen to it, turn off the dial. Lindsay was my first love, she was in my class. I would have loved to take her out, but I was too shy to ask. The fullness of my feeling was never made clear, but I sent her my love with a bang on the ear. Nora was my girl when I first was in a group. I can still see her to this day stirring chicken soup. Now she's living in Australia working for an auctioneer. Well, I sent her my love with a bang on the ear. Deborah broke my heart and I the willing fool. I fell for her one summer on the road to Liverpool. I thought it was forever, but it's over in a year. Oh dear. But I gave her my love with a bang on the ear. The home I made with Bella became a house of pain. We withered it together, bound by a ball and chain. It started up in Fife, and it ended up in tears. Oh dear. Well, I sent her my love with a bang on the ear. Krista was a rover, from Canada she hailed. We crossed swords in San Francisco, we both lived to tell the tale. I don't know now where she is, but if I had her here, I'd give her my love with a bang on the ear. So my woman of the heart fire of my soul, I watch you lightly sleeping and sense the dream that does unfold. I like gold. All you to me are treasure, all you to me are dear. Well, I'll give you my love with a bang on the ear. And I'll give you my love with a bang on the ear. Bash the bookies over and out.